Okay, good morning. I just want to record a quick video on how, as a recruiter, you can access the Easy Virtual Fair system. It's actually very simple. So, on the day of the fair or prior to the fair, you can log in with the credentials that have been given to you by your lead recruiter or booth manager. So, if you are the lead recruiter or booth manager and you're watching this, the login information that you have will be something to the effect of Texas undergrad number. So let's say it's 223. If you are an additional member of the team that is not the lead recruiter, you should have been assigned by your lead recruiter a chat account. So when you, on the day of the fair, when you go to log in at tamuchirelayan.easyvirtualfair.com, you will see this box pop up. You will enter Texas undergrad 223 underscore and then chat whatever number you've been assigned, chat 1, chat 2, chat 3, chat 4. It goes all the way up to chat 9. You can have up to 10 people logged in at one time, and then you enter in that password and click login. It will take just a second and it will connect you to this chat area. You can then click on my profile and it will have your first name and your last name here. One thing I actually usually do is I type in my first name and my last name in the first name box, and then put a little comma, and then put recruiter or principal, CMS or whatever school it is you're with. And then you put your email here and your Skype or your Zoom link here. The system was built in Spain, so they use a lot of Skype over there, but you can put a Zoom link here as well if you'd like. And you put that information in and then you click save. I'll just go ahead and put principal here because it's going to require me to include that. And I'll put my email here. You just type that in. So now you've edited your information. And when you first log in, it's going to take you into your public chat. When you click this back button, it's going to show you your name in this recruiters list. So you can see I've got it first name, last name, comma, principal, Bethany Farrell, and my email. And it shows that I'm an advisor with Highland Homes. That's the sample account I've logged into today. And then I can go in here and I can actually add a photo. So I'm just going to search on my desktop here and I guess I won't add my daughter, but I will add myself here. Add my photo in there right there and click save. One thing that people sometimes struggle with is when you click on add photo and go to include that photo. Oh, I'm gonna add my daughter just for fun. When it pulls up that photo, you see how the box is not centered on her face. If you you can left click and drag this box around and it will move. But if it's still not quite centered, if you just roll back the mouse on your roller ball, it's gonna zoom that picture out and center it how you like. And then once you're centered in there, you can click save and it will upload that picture. And if you click on the visitors tab and then go back to the recruiters tab, it will see here that your picture has updated. So on the day of the fair, you will see in this list, like right now, there's just one student logged in testing using the system. You will see students in this list. You can go and click on this message and it will open up a private message to them. You can say, hello, how are you? You can send them a message to initiate a chat. If you would like to engage with them and start a video chat, you can just send them a Zoom link. And they, I would first say, hi, I'd like to chat with you on video, and then send them a little link. And then they can pop out of the system and hop into Zoom or Teams or whatever it is that your department uses to chat with them. If before you chat with them, you'd like to know a little bit of information about them, you can, again, go to this person, click on their name, click on the three dots, and then click on info user and then public profile. And it's going to bring up their profile. The student, this is a previous fair. So these are not teachers necessarily, but the student has a visual communications major and they attended the spring career fair. You can see their information. The reason they're attending is they're looking for an internship, and this is how they heard about it. If they have uploaded their resume, that resume will be right here in this box. If you want to send them a message privately, you can do that, but I don't ever really use this contact with me. I always use the private chat, and you can just, again, go in there and type in those messages to them. And then when you go back into this private chats tab, it will have this chat open here, and you can go back to that at any time once you're done talking with them. And then if you don't want to have that open, if you get a lot of chats open, you can just click this little X. And then that is pretty simple. The difference between public chat and private chat, there's a PDF that's included that has this information that can help explain it in a little more detail. But basically, private chat is you think of this as the people who come up to your booth and you have a one-on-one conversation with, and you don't have that conversation with like 3 or 4 people at a time. Public chat is people who are visiting your booth and who are asking questions. So this is like anything that would be on the table. So if you have PDFs or anything that you want to add, you can do that. You can just say, you know, welcome to our booth. You can put some welcome messages in there. So anyone who visits your booth over here in the school district's list, Caddo Mills is an example I keep using. So anyone who visits your booth and clicks on one of your chats, it will open up when they go to visit your booth, it will open up that public chat box for them. So, but as far as you as an employer, all you need to really worry about is being in you just stay here in this main pavilion and go and stay in this visitors tab and chat with those students who come in and send you private chats. At the beginning, it may be a little slow because sometimes they're nervous. If you want to go through and start looking at student profiles, you can do that and reach out to students as they come into the fair. You can proactively send them a message or wait for them to chat with you. Sometimes the beginning can be what I call a 7th grade dance, where they're a little nervous to ask you questions and you might be unsure, but do not hesitate to reach out to them directly, even if they haven't engaged with you yet. They will have your information. And then at the end of the fair, your booth manager will have access in the back end to everyone who visited your booth, as well as all of the chats. So at the end, they will have a list of visitors here. So you can see I'm logged into this person's. At the last fair, they had 45 people visit their booth. They have all that information. They can download those Excel file there. And then they can also then go into, after the fact, they should be able to go in and get access to the chats, which for some reason are not showing up today, but I will look into that. Oh, it's right here. So if you go into this chat and then go into private history, you'll be able to see every message that was sent for it. So for any reason your browser closes or you lose that chat, don't worry, you will be able to go in and access those. So you can go in and see, the entire message and the conversations that you had with the different registered users throughout the event. So if you lose anything, there is always a history of it, and there's a history of all the messages that were sent in the public chat as well. So if you think you've lost anything, fear not, there is always a record of it. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I hope you enjoyed the webinar.